It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Super Late Model Series. Presented by Simply Whatnot and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV at Langley Speedway.
It is a track in Virginia that is known for some great short track racing, and that is Langley Speedway, and that is where we are tonight for the Short Track Super League. It is week number 8 of the Southeastern doubleheader, of course, led off by the super late model cars as we welcome you in tonight to week number 8, as I mentioned, at Langley Speedway of the Southeastern Super Late Model Series. 69 degrees tonight, track temp at 97 on this 4/10 mile track here in Langley, Virginia. I am the captain. We welcome you in as we get ready for some great racing tonight, as we got the cars out here getting ready for some heat racing. Of course, the top 10 in this field, they make a main event, and then, of course, the rest of the series races to settle the rest of the starting lineup and those who are going to race in... That's very loud. On my screen, at least. We'll race in the main events here coming up, so a little delayed on the broadcast. Just want to make sure everything was up to par. We are good to go here, so appreciate everybody watching tonight on Captain TV. I am the captain, Chris Scala, broadcasting live from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth. Over on the left side, you will see the well, it's supposed to be the starting lineup, but right now it looks like it's multiple lineups. That fixed here in just a second. When this does this, it doesn't let me have to reload over here to do this. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. There's your 14 cars that are going to start in this heat race number 1 as we welcome you in. Pace car going to pull off, and we will go racing here for 9 laps. 9 simple laps here at Langley. Very fun track again in Virginia. Some awesome short track racing. And pace car is in. Here we go. Mike Duria going to take the pole over Matt Sicardo as they lead him down here to turn number 2. And really quickly to turn 3 and 4. This track laps around here about 15 seconds or so around this speedway. Mario Ercoloni, Nick Jezebowski, Michael Steffen in the field. Also Michael Benedetto. There's Drift going to move up to 6 to the inside of Benedetto. And one car off of the grass, the 32, the leader. Duriago spinning. Is going to lose the lead just like that. What happened to Mike as he went off track here in the lead? Did he get a little help? Let's see. He gets to the apron. Oh, he just loses the back end there. Back end goes around. Come down to 4 laps to go. will fill the field up to 18 cars in this race. As Matt Zaccardo leads Ercoloni by a half second. Jess Boski up to third, Matt Steffen there in fourth, and Drift there in the fifth position. You see Nick running the Goodrich car tonight, paying tribute to Dale Earnhardt, who 20 years ago tonight lost his life there at the Daytona International Speedway in the Daytona 500. As the final lap comes out, Matt Zaccardo leading him. We'll talk about that obviously in a couple minutes. Also appreciate all the viewers watching as Zaccardo coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. And he will cross the start-finish line, and he will win the heat race here at Langley. And move on to the main event. And I'm going to reset this ticker real quickly because something seems to be off on it real quickly. So give me a second. That's one reason why you're hearing me be silent for a second. It seemed like it wasn't cooperating tonight. See, it goes to the right spot this time. All right. So switch to the screen. All right, give me 1 second here. We'll get the starting lineup for the race. For some reason here, I'm trying to fix this little edit real quickly as cars roll off. For 2 really quick pace laps around this track. 102 laps. Lane ball is very loud out here on this track, but that's what makes this a lot of fun. Starting lineup on the left, Ricky Howell Jr. on the pole. Alongside him, Nicholas Snyder making his debut tonight. And here they are doing a tribute, or it's not really a tribute. They're basically best wishes type of salute. And this is going out to Pete Polini. You see the mention of Peyton Howell over here in chat about Pete Polini, driver the 51 car normally in this series. Recently, we found out was diagnosed with cancer. He's not here tonight. He's going to still try to race when he can. But Pete, obviously I've gotten to talk to you a little bit. You're a great guy, and it's always fun to talk to you when we get to. But definitely want to send our best well wishes to you, of course. You know, you got this. You can fight for this, and we know this is a battle you're going to win. So we wish you nothing but the best. So that's what the 4-wide tribute's all about here. And they will go racing here in just a minute. That's part of the green flag that's out right now. That's why it's actually a 100-lap feature. But right now doing a missing man formation for Pete Polini, who is not here tonight, unfortunately battling something that has taken a lot of lives, but we're confident that's not happening. Pete's got this battle. You're going to notice some movement going on as now the caution comes out as everybody goes to sort this out. So that's totally okay, though. I adjusted everything tonight, and the one thing that I didn't think needed adjusted needs adjusted, which is weird. I set this up last night perfectly for the broadcast last night, and yet it flawed on me again. So 20 cars tonight entering this race, and then we'll start 20 coming up here in the Tour Late Model race. Yeah, definitely keep Pete in your thoughts. we'll go racing here for what looks to be probably 97 laps in the end, unfortunately. We'll lose a couple laps, but I think it's totally okay, being the reasoning behind it. Now, this has messed up the order a little bit, I've noticed. Ricky Howe no longer the leader here, so I don't know if they're going to let him restart in the order here. They'll get it lined up. They do a good job of this normally. All right, so we got everything worked out here, it appears. That's good. Appreciate everybody's patience and letting me work on that real quickly. The one thing that was giving me issues here. So the leader now is, okay, so they're going to start in the proper order where they're going to be. So it will be the 20 car of Ricky Howe Jr. starting next to Nicholas Snyder, running the Chase Elliott paint there, the old late model paint of Chase's. Then you got Samuel Fontaine, Curran Beckler, Quine Haslow, Matthew Telder, Philip Temples. Hey, I know Phil from the Bootleg Racing League that I used to broadcast with. Good to see Philip out here tonight. Ken Zames, Chris Gilbert, Bo Caro, Jordan Tanzel, all these guys. 20 cars in the field. Peyton Howe starts Tailgate Charlie because he won the last race of the campaign. And here we go, green flag from Langley. Let's do some short tracking, boys. Right off the bat, Ricky Howe off to a half a second lead almost on Samuel Fontaine. Snyder falls back to third. And caution is out. Peyton Howe in the back has had issues. The 71 has gone around. Let's see what happened to him. One rolling at high side there on the outside of John Zabowski, and the 0-2 of Travis Pryor goes down into turn one. He's okay right now. Oh, the 82 gets contacted by the 0-2. Everybody's good there still. Oh, and right there, the 82 into the 71. He goes spinning. Nobody makes contact, just a not a self spin, but a lazy spin. Bringing out the caution here. Got some friends tonight. Make sure you go get them. Let's get them watching some short track racing here. Support your local short tracks. Tonight it's all about the state of Virginia, Langley. And then afterwards, we go to Richmond. As the song said by Travis Tritt, a long way to Richmond, going north on 95, except it's right down the road from here. So it won't be a far trip, and we will, with the click of a button, be racing at Richmond tonight. Doing some promoting over on Facebook and Twitter right now. As you see, Ricky going to bring him back into the green flag here. DJ Mike, appreciate you watching. As we go back to green, you'll notice a couple of edits I've made on the stream. I mentioned this last night during our race at COTA for the truck series of the Great Lakes Sim Racing. You'll notice the ticker I've kind of enhanced and made bigger over on the left-hand side. Did that purposely to set up just so that people could read it more. One thing I had heard from viewers when they were trying to watch, they couldn't really see the ticker on the left that well, so I wanted to make it bigger, and that's what I've done. So hopefully you like that, and there's some other edits I have done in the broadcast. Nicholas Snyder up to second. There's Phil Temples there in that third position. If you don't know who Phil is, I've raced with Phil, and I've broadcasted Philip Temple's races. He runs over, and I don't know if it's still the case, but last time I saw him, ran over in a league called the Bootleg Racing League. His caution is out. Pryor has gone around with Mario Ercoloni over in turn 3 and 4. Philip actually ran over in that league that runs modifieds and stuff like that, and is a very, very good driver. So looking forward to see what he can do tonight. Let's see what happened with the Pryor Racing 02 car. Ercoloni there in the 41, dropping back. This track all about being one-sided. You can only run the inside really here. Hard to pass though. Ercoloni trying to roll the throttle, make the crossover move on the 0-2. 0-2 gets in the back of the opening, just gets turned. Drift gets a piece of it also. And that brings the second caution out of the night. I'm going to go black screen for a quick second. I'm going to fix one other thing real quickly, so stand by. That's what happens when I am the one-man show, as I like to call myself. One-man show all but one night a week. All right, there we are. Like nothing happened. I thought I fixed that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Unfortunately, with these cameras I've set up, these are some older cameras for this track. It shows a little bit of a rack focus, as they call it, where basically the camera gets out in the distance and it kind of goes into a fade, so to say. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. All these edits I do before the race, and I still can't get I can't get it right. I blame this snowstorm like I'm blaming it for everything else. Edits I do before the race, and I still can't get it right. All right, pace car going to bring him back off turn 4. You see Ricky Howell kind of pushing Snyder up the track there. He's going to try to get the run down the lack of banking there is, and there we go, green flag back out. As Philip Temple is going to work the inside. They're 3 wide almost back here. The 45 of Chris Gilbert going backwards. Usually it's Andy Moore in the 45. He's not here tonight. Andy's over in chat watching us. 87 Haslow gets loose. Over to check up there with a couple of cars. Oh, and the 25 gets turned. 36 is around at Tanzel. No caution, though. We watch Ricky Howe go the front straightaway down to turn number 1. How quick he gets around here. There's Tanzel, and then you're going to see the leader coming out of turn 2 here in about 2 seconds. There he is. How quick you get around this track. Langley is a very fun track. I've enjoyed racing at it a couple times. I have. It's all technical. Not a lot of straightaway, but a lot of cornering here. Track for a couple of years hosted the Danny Hamlin Showdown. And battle on for second. Here comes Phil Temples. As I always like to say, the legend of the Hidden Temples, making the pass. One of my favorite Nickelodeon shows as a kid. Let's go back here. The battle on for the 6th and 7th position. Coy Haslow going to the apron, trying to get around to 35. He's trying to get around to 90. If you never watched Legends of the Hidden Temple as a kid, you got a lot to catch up on. That was a very, very cool show. So Ricky Howes led every lap that is counted so far this evening over Phil Temples, 0.3 of a second there. And a battle here, Sam Fontaine. Here comes Gru. He's got an Earnhardt tribute there in the 3 car in the front. That Moneymaker Motorsports number 91 got the butt kicker 72 of Bladen Edwards. There behind him in the 5th position, Matthew Telder, Ken Zames, all these guys here battling it for the 3rd position. You see that Chase Elliott sponsored number 9 pulling away, and go back here. A little contact with the wall. There's the 42 on the outside. Bo Carl. We ride here with the 45 of Gilbert. They've used the apron of this 4/10 mile. Very flat track here. As quick as you're in the throttle, you're right back out of it. And here comes Ken Zames inside of Matthew Telder for position. He'll go by the 12. Here comes the 35 in there. That's Kern Beckler trying to take the position away. Oh, Beckler leaning on Telder. Pushes him up the track a little bit. Telder falling back pretty quickly here. He's all the way back to 9th. Here comes Peyton Howell, starting to work his way up into the picture. And that's 71 car. Oh, Benedetto drove her in there. Bringing Travis Pryor with him. So that high line, it's like the old Martinsville freight train back in the day. A lot of brakes being used here on this track, but a very fun short track at that. Oh, Coy Haslow's going around. The 02 also involved the 02 Travis Pryor. And that brings the 3rd caution out. 4th caution didn't count. At lap number 40. And that brings caution out. No tires available to these guys. So you got what you got out here on pit road. You can go get damage fixed. Let's see what happens to the 87 of Coy Haslow here, bringing out the caution. '87 there with the 71 behind him of Peyton Howell. I think Peyton might have been involved in this wreck too. Should happen right here off turn 2. Oh, Peyton gets in the back of him. Sends the 87. Oh, Michael Benedetto gets a piece. The blue cone is decapitated. And that brings out the caution again. So while we got a quick break here, let's take a look at the points as we enter tonight's week number, is it 7 or 8? I thought it was week 8. Could be week 7. But anyways, Peyton Howell leads this series by a lot. He's got some, what is that, 35, 36 points over Pete Pelini. And then Ricky Howell Jr. is third. Pete, unfortunately, not here tonight, as I mentioned. So Ricky Howell is third. Ron Hart, who is not here tonight, P4. Sam Fontaine, P5. So Peyton has a chance, if he can stop getting involved in accidents, to get himself up there and really stretch out this point lead tonight. These car lights are back off. We'll go back racing here. Hope you're enjoying tonight. If you're new to the chat, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you would like to chat, you can do so. Of course, I do have chat open where I can talk to you or other viewers in there like DJ Mike and Skipper C. That's Cody Beatty watching tonight. Enjoying a Thursday night off. Pace car's off. Here comes Ricky Howell Jr. back to the green flag with Temples, Fontaine, Blade, and Edwards. Nicholas Snyder, your top 5. 25 going to drive it in there on the outside. Go where they ain't. Problem is there's no grip up there at all. And you see with these cars, just kind of freight train you. As you see the 26 under attack up here. That's, I'm sorry, the 72 is who that is, Bladen Edwards. I believe he's got the 76 on his car, but he's the 72 also, so you might hear me reference both numbers. Oh, and a little bumper tag by the 76 there on the 90. Well, hey, how you doing, action?
Hey, Brandon.
The 45 out of shape over there off of turn 4. Back here, Matthew Telder underneath Jordan Tanzel to take that position away. Jordan back up to 11th after being involved in the opening accident tonight. Coy Haslow trying to work his way back up through the field there on the inside of Matt Sicardo. 4 position. Ricky Howell Jr. 2/10 over Philip Temples. Them two are both pulling away from the 91 of Samuel Fontaine. As we just crossed the halfway point here in this 102 lap feature. Of course, 102 laps because we were sending a salute out to Pete Pelini, unfortunately battling cancer. Pete, wish you were here tonight, buddy. I know you're going to try to make some races here in the near future, but keep your head up, brother. We're here for you tonight. Each and every night you need anything, brother. Check on Peyton Howell back here. Peyton, the winner from last week. 2 straight weeks now, the Howell brothers have swept the races on a Thursday night.
45, you're blanket.
Now tonight is a double points race according to the Dan Lisa website. They got everything set up on, so this is going to be a big night for those who are able to get a win here. To be able to get max points. Ricky Howell's led all the laps here so far in this race. Ricky so far entering this race tonight, and all the races he's participated in this season, has completed or has led over 117 laps already. So that number is over 160 as of right now in the 6 races. This is race number 7 of the season. So I did get the accurate number. Race number 7 is tonight here. So he's done a great job, and here comes the man making his debut this evening, Phil Temples. All over that back bumper. You can hear how you can spin those wheels very easily on this flat track. The sun's starting to make an appearance. Hey, how you doing, son? Good to see you. Of course, Langley, home of the Air Force Base. That's right down the road from this track. Quick you can just get to pretty much max speed through those corners here as we got 40 to go this time by.
My bad.
No, thanks. Sorry, yeah. Let's do it.
Pretty good racing. Everybody staying pretty tight to each other here. Ken Zames under attack from Kern Beckler into 35. Back here for the 15th position here, Bo Caro, Matt Zaccardo, Chris Gilbert, Ercoloni. Drift is in here also. It's good racing all around the track here. As you see, the lap traffic starting to come into play. Nick Jezebowski back there in the 20th position is about to be the first victim of Ricky Howe Jr. to go a lap down. There's Nick up on the high side. Oh, he hits the wall next to the leader. That's never safe. Samuel Fontaine back here with Nicholas Snyder in at 9. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. If so, hit that subscribe button. I saw 10 on the viewers. Would like to see that go up a little bit. But beggars can't be choosers. We'll keep working on it. Matthew Telder back here in his 12 car. He's had an elevator type of, oh, look, contact with a 25. Says, hey, how you doing? Still 30 laps to go in this race, and then we'll travel. Oh, contact! Grew gets hit by the 9 car. Kind of moves him a little bit. I'm sure Sam's, I don't know what the middle finger is in Canadian, but that's what he's doing probably there. Oh, caution out for the 5th time.
Declare a black flag. I got pushed in the pit raid.
Michael Benedetto, the caution. Let's see what happens to the 2-5. We were just watching the fight with Matthew Telder here. I just realized you guys are here in chat. Telder gets a run to the inside there and just he gets turned, and there goes the cone, and oh, look out for that pipe drain right there. Oh, look out, cars. Just realized there's a drain over there. And that brings the caution out for the 4th time officially. Unfortunately, had a little bit of a late start as Baskin Robbins joins us. Hello, Seth. Always late to the party. Had to make sure the broadcast, everything was set up tonight. Had a little bit of a late start, but we're here and got the race in. Everything is good. Good Thursday night of short track racing. Some people were running the NIS race coming up at 9, which is 6 minutes away. Daytona Road Course. You didn't see the announcement today. NASCAR announced that I already saw the photos, but they were making a little bit of an addition to the chicane on the back straightaway, adding a little bit of asphalt or concrete there, and then putting, excuse me, sneezing on the air. I don't have a cough button, sorry. Putting turtles over on the inside. So basically they will not be able to shortcut the chicane and put dirt on the track now without destroying their front end. I like my ice cream. Ricky Howell Jr. has led every green flag lap so far this evening. Smart move on their part. I mean, he keeps the dirt off the track. But Ricky Howell Jr. looking for win number 3 on the series here. In his 7th start tonight as they go back to racing. Fontaine with a good restart down there in turn number 1. Temples gets caught sleeping. Phil Temples on that outside, and they're 3 wide back there, and 3 and 4. Cooler heads prevail. But the action's starting to roll as Temples gets hit and spun around. Tellner gets a piece. And cars scatter. Short tracking at its finest. We'll see the replay here. You see the 90 of Ken Zames gets a piece of the 19 and sends the legend of the Hidden Temples around. 12 gets a piece, and 76 gets a piece, and the 87 checks in there. 25 gets a small piece. So a few cars involved, but it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, the Howe boys have done pretty well. Sun, though, starting to come out here just a little bit. '82 going to get the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap in this 20-car field. I should mention real quickly, we are broadcasting tonight from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth. Thank you to LMCgear.com. You can check out motorcycle and camping gear at LMCgear.com, based out of the Indianapolis area. Of course, some great people there. They do a great job and take care of their people. So make sure you check out LMCgear.com and do so right now, or do it after the race so you don't. I don't want to lose viewers. Jim Herrick and those guys do a great job at that business. Shout out to those who are freezing their you-know-what's off. Hopefully you've gotten your electric back and able to watch tonight. I read earlier a couple of the Texas guys from last night's Great Lakes Sim Racing Series got their electric back, it looks like. Obviously, those in Tennessee and the whole Ohio Valley, all the way down into Texas, just freezing everything off their body right now. Hopefully, everybody's doing okay right now. Ricky Howell going to lead him back to the green. Fontaine spins the tires, and that's going to give second to Curran Beckler. Here comes Snyder's going to slide up into the 91, and the 76 going to fill the screen of Bladen Edwards. Fontaine going backwards now. Peyton Howell working his way up into the top 10. Oh, and the 91 and the 90 make contact. I think they both save it. They do. Oh, they're trying not to save it. And there goes the 41. Ercoloni around. The 87 gets damaged. Whole bunch of issues on that one. That's all going to start in turn 1 and finish in turn 4. Let's watch what takes place here. Somebody cue the Benny Hill music for me, please. There's contact there with the 0-2 even. He gets shuffled up the track. You got the double chrome horn. Oh, that's the last caution. I'm sorry. That would be the Phil Temple's caution. Let's go back here. Okay, so the wreck just happened. Well, I'll get it right here in a second. Stand by. It's a good thing about cautions. I got a little bit of time to get it fixed. It's all going to start here is that mess. Gru gets the wall. The 90 dives it in there. Makes the contact. He gets hit by the 71. 71 goes rock climbing. Over the bumps. Back on the track. The 90's all good. And he spins the car out almost into turn 3. They're 3 wide and the 41 gets turned. Everybody wrecking everybody on this one. 14 laps to go. No need to worry about the 45-minute mark tonight. Still got 12 minutes to go before, actually 11 minutes to go before that. And 14 laps. We could probably do all 14 under caution to beat the 11-minute mark. Not that I want that. Pace car's off and Ricky's back on it. And here comes Snyder in that 9 car. He will take the inside to 35. They're 3 wide. And look at the 0-2 of Travis Pryor. He's been involved in like 2 or 3 wrecks tonight. Sits here, P3, and now he gets turned. They were not clear. And the broadcaster jinx strikes. Curran Beckler, Braden Edwards involved. And I think Bladen Edwards is not happy with the 0-2. More of the virtual middle finger coming out right there. Let's go back and see this. The 0-2 gets a great run to the inside, and I think he tries to clear himself. There are 2 here, and Beckler gives him room to that high side, and they both stick it in there. Actually, the 76 kind of helps the 35 out here. There are 3. Do you see the 0-2 tries to go? Well, or did he? I don't know on that. That's just, I don't know. There's just not room for 3 wide. Let's just leave it at that. And coming up next, we'll go to Richmond for Tour Modified Racing. Those cars, I think, might be some cars you can go wide open around that track. I remember running a modified race a few years ago here on iRacing at Richmond. I remember we were wide open through the corners. Like, there was no letting off the gas. You just held it wide open and turned left. Not sure if that's the way it is now, but that'll be fun if so. Go back to racing here, 7 laps to go in this race number 7 of the Southeastern Super Late Model Series. Pace car going to hang a left right here. And Ricky Howe's going to bring him back to the green with Nicholas Snyder and Fontaine, your top 3 now. Fontaine has worked his way back up, and here comes Matthew Telder. This race has been all helter-skelter. Look at this, Peyton Howe all the way from the back up to the 5th position. Your points leader taking advantage of Grew there and moves up to 4th. Oh, in trouble in the back. Coy Haslow's around. The 60 gets involved, and that's the 8th official caution. See what happens here. Got the 19 of Temples behind him. The 25 Benedetto there to his inside. The 42 of Bo Carl to his caddy corner, as they like to say. Into the corner, and oh, Bo down on the apron. Dang it, Bo. Gets in the back. The 60 gets involved. 41 to 45 contact. And we do have 2 green-white checkers if needed. We might get number 1 right here. Yeah, it's officially, this will be the first green-white checker because we're at 3 to go right now. And they have not received 1 to go. I said, no, Bo. Nice. Dang it, Bo. Oh, the old Dukes of Hazzard. A great TV show. All right, got to come back to the green here in the first green-white checker. Ace car pulls off. Ricky lays back just a little bit, gets a good restart. A little bit of spinning of the tires going on. Oh, the 90 is sideways over here in 1, and cars are spinning, I think. No, they're not spinning, but Peyton Howe gets knocked out of the groove. And if they get up, caution's out. They did not get the white flag. Philip Temple's around. Let's see what all transpires here. A whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of argy-bargy. Nice. So there's the contact. Peyton Howe goes up in the wall. He keeps on going. Ken Zames is off-roading. Down into the 41. Ercoloni gets into the 19, and they just pile in for, that's a hard lick for the 76. And Ken comes to pit road. He's throwing the white flag, I think, out. All right, green, white, number 2. This is the final one, so the race will end after this. Matthew Telder looking to score the upset tonight. Up there on that high side, but the problem is the high sides, the restarts are not good. Got the 9 there of Snyder, otherwise known as the 57 on my screen. Looking for his first win at his first start. Nicholas Snyder, that is. Jordan Tanzel up to 4th. And Samuel Fontaine, your top 5, as they'll come to the green here. Can they get to the finish? Oh, they're already leaning on each other over here. There he goes. Telder spins the tires. Tanzel spins the tires. Through turn 3 and 4, they'll see the white flag if they get to it. They do get to it. Final lap. Snyder got anything for Ricky Howell. He's going to try, but not do it as Ricky Howell Jr. gets his 3rd win of the season. Not Peyton, Ricky. And another Howell in victory lane. And there goes the camera. Parks it. Great job on his part. That was cool. All right, let's get the official scoring up there at the top of the screen there of how this race ended. And we'll get these drivers up here. Yeah, no kidding, right? Springer, Howell, whoever it is. We'll get these 3 drivers. We'll talk to them really quickly, and then we'll head over to Richmond Raceway. As we'll bring in a member of the Howell family, as we'll call it, I guess. Maybe we'll have to name the broadcast room the Howell Broadcast Room, as they're here every week, it appears. Which, nothing wrong with that, but great job on your end, Ricky, as you lead all the laps that were outside I don't want to call it a tribute lap, but the lap of the missing man salute, I guess we'll call for Pete Politi tonight. But you led all the laps outside of that, Ricky. Nice job this evening as you collect your 3rd super late model win.
Yeah, I just wanted to get this thing done for Pete, really. One of us, me, Peyton, or Blade, can get the thing done for him and just dedicate this to him. I know he's going to make it through this thing. He's tough. He's going to make it through it, so hopefully it picked his spirits up a little bit tonight, got his mind off things, and just glad to see it put it in victory lane for him.
Well, the racing tonight, man, you had to fight for it. I mean, you weren't really able to get away much. You had Philip Temples there was giving you a good run for your money. In the end there, it was Telder and those guys, but you had to make money restarts each and every time because it seemed like there were a lot of wheel spin and everything out there.
Yeah, I didn't really spin them that much. I mean, you really had to be easy on the throttle. I saw a couple guys spinning the tires, but we did spin them on, I don't know, one of those late starts there a little bit. So had to back it down on the next restart. So, you know, they stayed with me a little bit more. I forget who it was there that got second. You know, I thought he was going to turn me down there, but you know, I guess he was just trying to give me a bump and run. But you know, we had a good fast car tonight, and you know, looked like we you know, saved tires pretty good on the long runs there and was pulling away. You know, hated to see these late race cautions just because how good and clean the race was before that. But you know, just a great run tonight. Great points tonight, double points race. We really needed that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good night. As your son, I know you don't wish any ill will on him. Pretty much got hit by everything tonight, and finished ninth though, still in the end. So it's a good night for you to gain some points. Send shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, I like to shout out to Phantom Racing, Phantom Graphics, Pay to Win Setups. You know, all the guys over there at CGE. And, you know, just thank y'all thank you. Let's you, big capital letters, you for what you do, in the booth there. We'll see if we can go to Richmond and keep this thing up. And you know, we got to start in the rear there. It seems like every time we start in the rear, I end up wrecking it or get caught in one. So I think it's a draft package there at Richmond. So we'll see how it goes and try to get to the front in that thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Richmond's usually pretty close to wide open in those cars, so that should be a lot of fun. But nice job, nice job, Ricky. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm calling you two the same name, but anyways, nice job tonight, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah, appreciate it, bud.
Absolutely. Matthew Telder joins us tonight. Matthew, I've been informed by the admins you're actually getting an EOL.
I believe it.
I heard that.
I probably deserve one at some point. So.
Well, they said they didn't like the fender bang there on the inside of the 20 at the restart. No, I'm just kidding. Nice job on the second or third place run for you. Shout outs or talk about the race first, then we'll let you do your shout outs.
Yeah, that was this track's always interesting. It's like you get hung out on the outside in a restart. You're going back 4 or 5 spots. Finally get back in line, and you just play follow the leader. Hopefully you get a run off of somebody off the corner or something like that, and that's really the only way to get around anybody here, or you know, just wreck avoidance too. I mean, you saw how many cautions and wrecks, stuff like that, or people getting loose and just, you know, taking a shot going around the outside or something like that. But yeah, it's good fun race. A little more cautions than we'd like, but at the end of the day, it's short track racing. You're gonna have cautions for the most part. So other than that, yeah, it was a good night. Fun there at the end. So I was really hoping that last caution didn't come out because I'd already cleared the 9 car, and Ricky, it must have been 50 feet before the start finish line the caution came out for that final restart. So
yeah.
The only caution I've never wanted to see.
And of course you spin the tires on a restart, but that kind of looked like a blessing because it allowed you to fill in the third position and just move down to the bottom.
Yeah, luckily I spun the tires on the restart, and then luckily I think it was Tanzel that spun his tires too, or got loose or something. I don't know if somebody got into him, but yeah, luckily he fell back a little bit on the restart too, so I was able to tuck back into third. So at that point, I'm just kind of riding around seeing what the 9 and 20 do. So hopefully one of them made a mistake, which neither one of them did. So, but I'll take the podium finish for the evening.
Well, it's a great job on your end. Send some shout outs real quickly before we head over to Richmond.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the other guys over at Moneymakers, for, sponsoring this season, stuff like that. You for the broadcast, and just want to, all of us, everybody wants to know, or wants Pete to know that we're all thinking about him. This race tonight was kind of for him. So, Pete, if you're listening, get well soon, man, and get back to racing with us when you can. There
you go, brother. And well said, and nice job out there. And we'll see you here in a couple minutes, my friend.
Yep, sounds good, Chris. See you in a little bit.
Sounds good. And that there is Matthew Telder finishing in the third position. Let me check and see if he's entered yet, but I did not see Snyder in the room here, so he might not be here. I do not see him, so unfortunately, we'll not talk to the second place guy tonight, but we'll get first and third out of the way at least, and let me get Ricky back to his room really quickly. There it is. I'm like, what room is he in? I remember now. Problems, I don't see a phantom. I love when this happens. I guess I'll have to manually drag. Or Ricky, if you could, yeah, Ricky moved himself. So there we go, it worked out. There we go. All right, I'm going to be right back. Let me go get the race set up here and work on some camera stuff and things, and we'll take a little intermission here. Go get yourself something to drink, take the dog for a walk, whatever you got to do. Put a jacket on. It's cold out there, and hopefully you don't have to put on your snow boots. See you soon. But we appreciate everybody joining us this evening. Is that me sounding like that? I don't like the way that sounds. All right. Anyways, pace car is going to pull off, and we will go racing here. 9 laps of heat racing. Let me load that up real quickly. As Jezebowski and all these cars are going to make the field when it's over with. So we're just going to kind of, yeah, that's what I was just hearing. I was wondering if that was me or not. I don't know what that was all about. But we're just going to let you guys watch this race. I'm going to get a couple things set up here. But these guys are all in the field. So there really wasn't a, I don't know what the hell that was. This is more of like a practice for these guys. I don't know what caused that to happen. That's new to me. I've never heard that before. Huh. Well, anywho, that's a new one. As they say in life, not everything's perfect. You're going to see pretty much tonight something really close to wide open around this track, and that is going to make for it to be a very fun race this evening. Basically, and of course, we're coming off Ricky Howell's victory at Langley. They're going to do another 4-wide salute here in just a minute before the main event starts here in 5 laps. That they'll do for Pete Polini tonight. There we go. I fixed it. And once again, my screen went back to the regular. Gosh darn it. I'll have to look into this issue now. Well, you get to see what I go through when I'm live on the air. Or not live on the air, but when I'm setting everything up here pre-race. You're actually I'm going to put some things on the screen here. You're going to see me do some work here. I'm going to let you guys watch how I edit things. All right, so everything's good there. So what I'm going to do is edit the ticker on the left side of the screen here. So this is what you're about to see me do. For some reason it edited itself back or something. I don't know what the deal is there. But I got a minute here to do it. So let's go work on her. Gotta scroll all the way down here. And let's make this It's that simple to do. That's okay. You don't need to hear the game sound right now. There's nothing going on. I think we're good to go. All right. They're practicing. That's all you need to know, Drift. Don't be so picky. Drifty. Anyways, all right. All right, so now they are all going to grid up for the main event here this evening as we get ready for 52 laps. It's actually going to be 50 laps, but they're going to do a 4-wide tribute to, or not a tribute, but a missing man formation to Pete Polini. So we're going to show you the starting grid up across the top of the screen. Ricky Howell Jr. sweeps the poles this evening. Won the pole for the Super Late Model race, and in the pole also for the Tour Mod race. So congratulations to him. There's Ricky Howell right there in that 20 car. He'll start alongside the 72 or 76 of Bladen Edwards. Peyton Howell, son, starting there third in the butt kicker number 71 alongside Curran Beckler. Mike Duria, the DJ, as you saw earlier, he was chatting with us, starting fifth alongside Benedetto. Michael Steffen and Matt Zaccardo there in row number 4. And you're going to see the 4-wide salute to say hello and a shout-out over to Pete Polini. So if there's ever been practice at going 4-wide on the back straightaway at Richmond, here's your best practice right here. Pete, as I said earlier, if you've had a chance to watch, or if you get a chance to watch this broadcast, as Drift has it right there in the back bumper, you got this, brother. You know, we're not going to talk about the history of cancer. We know what that's all about. But tonight we're here for you, and we're going to show the support for you. As you see Mario Orcoloni way out here. Kind of a missing man formation when it's all over with here. But, you know, Pete, you got this. We believe in you, and we know you got the fight in you. If you're out here battling on the track with these guys, this is nothing compared to you know, if you can battle these guys, you got this. All right, so they're all going to cycle through and get back in their lined up spots here, and they'll go racing for 50 laps. And now the caution's out, so we're going to delay here for a couple laps. So while we do this, let's take a look at the point standings here for the Tour Mod Series. Peyton Howell leads this series also by 31 over Sam Fontaine. Michael Steffen third. Ricky Howell Jr. Down in fourth. And there's Pete Polini there in that fifth position. He'll fall, unfortunately. Ron Hart will also, as Michael Benedetto there in seventh. Beckler, Kevin Anderson, who is not here tonight, in drift. They're just trying to catch the pace car here so we can go racing. All right, so they should get one to go this time by, and we will go racing. Ricky Howell Jr., he will start tail end Charlie, 19th position back here. There is Ricky. After winning the race just now, he'll start back in the 19th spot. Appreciate you guys' patience working with me and a couple of little issues I had there fixing the ticker. Not sure what the deal is with it. Just some edits I had to make, and I'll get them fixed. It might be because of the different, you know what it is? That's probably what exactly it is. The different setups I have of each broadcast, each scene for each league on my OBS. So that's probably what caused that to happen. So here we go, though. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. 76 is ahead of the leader. That might be a black flag. Get ready, some of the fastest racing you'll see around Richmond outside of an Indy car. Peyton Howe leads lap 1. Bladen Edwards, Michael Benedetto, Curran Beckler back here behind the 25, and then Matt Zaccardo, your top 5. Up here for the 3rd position, Beckler underneath the 25, getting a little loose. Right into your kitchen. Back here, Chris Forster in that 14 car making a debut tonight, I believe. Not seen his name before. Matthew Tellner there in that 12. Michael Steffen right here, the boss man behind the 41 of, or in front of the 41 of Mario Urcoloni. A lot of draft here at this track because you're not off the throttle long at all. Maybe a little bit of trail brake in her in the corner. And here comes Forster to the inside of Fontaine there. A little bit of a struggle in that 91 car. Oh, one car climbing the wall. That's Telder. Coming off that 3rd place finish, he knocks the wall down. Peyton Howe with 9/10 of a second over Bladen Edwards here. He's starting to pull away. Ricky Howe Jr. already up to the 13th position here. Back here, Michael Benedetto. Matt Zaccardo, Michael Duriez, caution is out, trouble on the track. Mario Urcoloni has gone around over in turn 2. Let's see what happens to Mario. Telder gets to his inside here in 3 and 4. Oh, and right there gets down into the 52 car and slams the outside wall. Richard Benedetto getting into the 41. And that brings the first caution out of the night. If you just joined us, Ricky Howe Jr. winning over at Langley, now here at race number 2 here at Richmond Raceway. Whoopsies. I'll make a couple edits here real quickly, since now you're probably like, what is that about? Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that are known as a perfectionist, so when I see something, I just nonchalantly go and fix it. Try to not let you guys see it, but you might be able to see it. Some say that's the death of me. A great start to the race so far. 12 laps in of the 50. Should get one to go this time by. At least I have some notes for tomorrow night's Misfit Media Truck Series finale that will be running at Texas Motor Speedway. You can come watch that tomorrow night. We'll have some notes of how to fix that issue. As here we go, pace car is in. We'll go back racing. Lap number 13. Here's Peyton on the pedal. By driving it down into turn one there, you see the 60 of Zaccardo making the pass. Benedetto right there's almost 3 wide here. Oh, they are 3 wide. Contact with Telder, and he goes spinning. Telder into the inside wall. Caution out for the second time. 3 wide did not work that time. Let's watch the restart here. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Turn one there, you get a run on Duriev, and he had a car to his contact with Duriev, and more contact with Ricky Howe, and he slams the inside wall. And caution is out. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. And we will give you our upcoming schedule right now, what is going on. Tomorrow night we'll have the Misfit Media Truck Series finale in the Blown Piston Racing League. They will be at Texas Motor Speedway. You can join us for that. That is coming up tomorrow night. You come over here. Sorry about that. At 8:45 Eastern Time. And then Saturday night, the Daytona 500. Some of these guys will be in it. All part of the Captain Invitational. I am looking forward to that race. All the fun will start actually with practice at 8:45 or 8:30, I should say, and we'll have 2 20-lap dual races, kind of like the duels they do on Thursday nights, except we're shortening them up so that we can get the 200 laps in all in one night, so that there's not like we're not racing till 3 in the morning basically when it's over with. So that'll be Saturday night, and then Sunday night the JM Transport Clash Series as part of the Blown Piston Racing League going to be at Texas for their finale. So we'll crown 2 champions this weekend. 3 if you count the Daytona 500 in between. So with the dueling races that they've run in this series so far this season, this is the 9th race tonight in this one. And Ricky Howe and Peyton Howe tied with 2 wins leading the series. Hence why they're up there towards the top of the point standings as of right now. It looks like we're going to get a single file restart this time by, and should go green. A couple butt kicker cars up there in the front. Curran Beckler in third. And the Moneymaker Motorsports number 35, Matt Zaccardo and Michael Benedetto. Quick shout out to this guy right here, Nick Jezebowski. He did it in the race. Last race at Langley, and he's doing it again tonight in the Toro Mods, paying tribute to Dale Earnhardt 20 years ago today. Lost his life in Daytona. I remember to this moment exactly where I was when I read the news. I actually did not watch that race live. At the time I was 15 years old, actually 14 still at that moment, and was out playing basketball with a buddy of mine who ended up turning into a Major League Baseball pitcher for a short time. Here we go, green flag is out. He was a lot better than an athlete than I was. And it was actually a double file restart there. Curran Beckler going to drive it to the inside here of Zaccardo. He'll take the third position away. Oh, contact with Benedetto right here in the front. In the wall goes somebody. That was Fontaine's in the wall. And now the 52 has gone around over in turn 1 and 2, bringing out the third caution. So Fontaine wrecks, and right after that, Duriag goes around. And third caution is out here at Richmond. A little bit of a jumboed restart there. Go up here to Fontaine as he's on the outside of Michael Benedetto. Oh, they just get contact with each other there, and the 91 goes up in the wall. Everybody goes by, and then Duriat makes contact with the 52 of Richard Benedetto, and he goes around. Oh, and gets clobbered by Ercoloni. So I think the Howls are trying to dominate and lead every lap again for, I think, a second or third straight weekend. They're starting to do what the Wolfpack Motorsports team did in the modifieds last season. For those who don't remember last season, Wolfpack Motorsports in the modifieds every Thursday night came in here and won every single race throughout that season. None of those guys are here. I think one car ran earlier in the season, but I haven't seen them since. Ricky Howe Jr. with all the incidents going on back here in the 8th position now, as he's worked his way halfway up through the field. Hey, Ricky's down there trying to get some debris on the tires. Yes, do not text and drive. Whatever you do, don't do it. Hence why Drift is running in the 17th position right now. Out here on his own, doing drift-like things, and texting to me. In the state of Georgia, drift, that's illegal now. Just going to put that out there. Been illegal for about, what, a year now? A year and a half? Hey, I should remind you, I haven't had a chance really to say anything about this. You can follow the captain on Twitter and Facebook. Just type in CAPT TVIR. If you type in those letters, and that's Capt TVIR. If you do that, you can follow the captain on Facebook and Twitter, or if you want to make it easy, if you have your own social media account, put it in over here on the chat or something, and I'll make a note of it, and I'll come follow you on Facebook and Twitter. All right, going to go back racing here at lap number 26. We've done this before, and why don't we do it again here for this restart? Let's do the restart with the 71 of Howe. Only 2 gears in these cars. And just like that, up to 140 mile an hour into turn number 1. Barely, I mean, you're what, 95 mile an hour through turn 2 in a stock car as Peyton blinks out for a second. And 115 in the corner. So these cars a lot more downforce in these corners. On contact, Chris Forster, and Ricky Howe's involved. And he tows. Caution out for the 4th time. Jake Brooks also involved in this. Oh my, a 3 wide down into 1. There's still 3 wide down into 1. Watching the 20 here. 20 dives it in there. He's got the 60, and oh, he makes contact there. 20 smashes the wall. Oh, and then gets clobbered. Blows his engine. Boom goes the dynamite. And Ricky Howe Jr. going to be out of this race, unfortunately. Let's watch this at quarter speed. And the contact with the 14. As we come across the halfway point here in this 3/4 mile Richmond Raceway. So we broadcast live tonight from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth, aka my spare bedroom. Appreciate LMCgear.com. You can check out their website. And if you're a fan of motorcycling or if you're a camping person, you can check out all the gear they have to offer in more. LMC Gear, it stands for Lightweight Motorcycle Camping Gear. So go check them out in their website and so much more. And a reminder, here is the point standings of the Tour Mods entering tonight. Peyton Howe leading this race. Looking to open up this point standings a lot when it's over with tonight over Sam Fontaine. Michael Steffen there in 3rd. Ricky Howe Jr., who's now out of the race, in 4th. And then, unfortunately, Pete Polini, who's not here. And not sure how often he'll be here now with what he's got going on. And Ron Hart there, not here tonight, also 6th in points. So some things are going to change there in the point standings tonight. Should get one to go this time. We'll see if they make it a green or a single file restart here. One car out of the race, Mario Ercoloni in the 41. You got the 32 of Duriak, 10 laps down. And then Ricky Howell and Jake Brooks have taken their cars behind the wall. Looks like they'll be out of the race also tonight as they come back to the green with Peyton Howes. Led every one of the laps so far tonight. 20 laps to go here at Richmond. The 08 of Robert Smith up the track. Oh, and the 35 gets turned. He saves it. Glove saving a beauty. We got to go back and see this. Of course, now I got to find it. Somewhere back here is where it's going to happen. Let's go to the 90, or I'm sorry, the 35 Curran Beckler. Look at this. He saves this thing. Whole bunch of Moneymaker Motorsports cars hitting each other. And they straighten it out. $16 laps to go. Howell, Edwards, Zicardo, Zames, Curran Beckler, your top five. As caution is out. And this one's for Richard Benedetto. Richard in 52 has gone around. Brings out the caution. Let's go see what happens. Go. He gets tagged by the 3 of Hunter Ellis. Another name I haven't seen tonight or this season. And caution out with 14 to go. 5th time. Haven't gotten, looks like we'll get 2 to go this time by. Bladen Edwards doing a great job running second all night so far. Zicardo third. How about Ken Zames? Started 19th on the field, dead last. Well, outside of Ricky Howell Jr. and is up to the 4th position. Kern Beckler in 5th. You got Robert Smith, who's been up 9 positions from 17th to 8th in the PPG car. A couple of big gainers in this race. You know, we've had some cautions. We've had enough time for some people to make passes, and that's what they have done. Should get 1 to go this time by, and we'll hit the 10 to go mark. Peyton Howell in the series. Tonight, 4th pole, looking for his 3rd win of the season, has led over 150 laps in this series, by far the most. Matter of fact, the next most in the series is his father, Ricky, with 88. But looking to complete another house sweep. See Zaccardo kind of leaning up on that 71. Here we go, back to racing. 10 laps to go. And you see Kern Beckler going to lose the 3rd position as a 60 of Matt Zaccardo going to go by. Here comes the 25, Benedetto trying to draft his way up there. Some cars back here just kind of bouncing around. On board with the boss man, Stefan. And he's going to lose the position. There goes Fontaine by. Up here, you see the 14 looking ahead. Forster trying to get around Michael Benedetto. This crossover move up ahead there by Zaccardo on Beckler, and Beckler's going to shut the door on him and clear him for position up ahead. And Forster leaning on Michael Benedetto, had to give him some room. Michael shut the door on him, no super you. Oh, and a big wreck. One car going tumbling. That's Stefan, the boss man. Oh my gosh. That was a vicious wreck. And somehow Stefan's rolling. Of course, on an anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's death, and a wreck that looks like Earnhardt's 97 at Daytona, he's going to roll away on all wheels. Let's go back and see this again. Drift's telling me to go to his cockpit, so we'll go for a look here. The 76 goes for a block on Zames, and Zames turns him. So there's this wreck, and then the wreck behind him. So we had 2 wrecks actually here. So there's this one. And of course the Dale car is involved. Oh, the 14 gets turned. Oh, the 82 on his lid. Speaking of Dale, being on his lid and flips on it. And it, wow. All right, so we got a couple views we can take a look at real quickly. Let's start with Michael Steffen, and let's get our gymnastic judges, who we have not had a chance to use in a very long time, to judge the flip. Wow, leaning on each other there. Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, geez. Judges. So we'll start with that one. And now let's go on board with Jezebowski. Oh, the camera goes out on that one. I lost the camera. All right. Well, there goes Steffen. One final view before we go back racing here. And by request, the 14. And through he goes. Nice job. All right, going to get a restart here with 3 laps to go, it looks like. So, looks like a 9 out of 10. All right, Peyton Howe leads him back to the green. Great restart on his part. On Curran Beckler. Matt Zaccardo going to go to the inside. He'll take that position away. One car's blown up back there. I think that's Steffen still out here running laps. How about that? White flag, final lap here at Richmond. Down the back straightaway to fight off for second as Beckler goes to protect on Zaccardo, but not going to be enough as Peyton Howe comes off a turn number 4 and wins again, a Howe sweep in the state of Virginia. Ricky Howe picked up his 3rd win in the super late model. Peyton Howe wins his 3rd Tour Mod race. Pretty good at the burnouts. Top of the wall. Well done. And he'll bring it right down here to, well, what used to be victory lane at Richmond. I think it, oh yeah, it's no longer victory lane. Victory lane's in the middle of the infield now. But there you go, right in front of my camera. I love it. And let's go talk to the winner of this race. We'll get the standings all set up here. And it's not the super late models. All right. let's bring Peyton up here to the channel as we get Peyton Howe to join us this evening. Peyton, it seems like a new trend is starting in the series, and that is we talked to your dad in the super late model race. We talked to you in the tour mod race as you go to victory lane to shake off that rough race you had just a little bit ago and still got a top 5 out of it. But great victory here at Richmond tonight and leading every lap.
Yeah, this one was for Pete, obviously with what all was going on with him. But, yeah, the super late model race wasn't too great. And then this one, I thought, with a couple laps to go, that Bladen was going to get sent into me. And, yeah, that was pretty scary.
Well, the racing tonight at Richmond, obviously we had a few cautions, but this track is one of the faster modified tracks that you guys go to race at. Obviously a lot of draft comes into play with the lighter, with a lot of the downforce these cars having a lighter weight. Obviously you can go through these corners almost 120 mile an hour. Talk about that a little bit, and were you worried about the draft coming in against you tonight?
Yeah, they fly around this track, and the draft seemed like it's a little bit of draft. It's not as much as you'd think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, Bladen was still able to suck up to me down the back stretch and the front stretch. So.
Well, he wasn't able to get around you, that's for sure. Tonight, you go get your 3rd win of the season this evening in the Tour Modified Series. This is your, let me do the math, what is it, 6th, I think, altogether in the season so far. So congratulations on that, and send shout-outs to whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Butt Kicker, Empire Jerky, Shenandoah Sean, B-Leaf, everybody at CGE, and Phantom Esports and Graphics, and just everybody pray for Pete.
Absolutely. Well said. Nice job tonight, Peyton, and congrats to you and the family on another win, and we will talk next week, sir.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. As Peyton celebrates a win, got Curran Beckler in here with us right now. Curran, a 2nd place finish for you. I think, didn't we just do this last week?
Yeah. Going, I think, third, second last few weeks. So on the right track, I think.
I would say so. I mean, I do the math off the top of my head there. Third, it's like a 2.75 or something average finish, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Pretty happy with the last few weeks.
Well, talk about the racing, because you had your times where you had to fight on that outside to keep that track position, and almost lost it a couple times. One time you did lose it and crossed over and got it back. Talk about that battle.
Yeah, so I was, I think, about a 3rd place car, but Matt Zaccardo, he figured out Peyton's restarts better than I did, and started getting the jump on me. And yeah, that one corner, I was thinking about how I was going to get back around him, and just kind of a lapse, wasn't checking my mirrors enough, and chopped the nose on Mike. And I don't know how we both saved it. I was, at one point I jammed the throttle, like, I'm not going to save it, might as well minimize the damage. But yeah, I kept it going, and everyone checked up. Kudos to them. And then got lucky with the Zeems and Edwards thing. And then, yeah, had to fight off Matt on the last restart again. He just had the timing down way better than I did on the restarts.
And last but certainly not least, turn 2. How in the world did you straighten that thing out?
I mean, honestly, if Benedetto wasn't still there, I wouldn't have. Like I said, once the car got far enough around, I actually jammed on the throttle, just trying to not cut across the track hard into people. But then I got more contact, and it started to straighten out a little bit, and I'm like, I think I might be able to save this. And yeah, just swatting flies in the cockpit.
Oh, you had hands and feet on the wheel, as I like to say.
Yep.
Nice. Well done out there, swatting flies, as you mentioned, and white gloves. That's the benefit of white gloves in that situation. So, nice job, yep. And send shout-outs whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, send shout-outs out to Moneymaker Racing, helping me out as always. And then shout-out to Pete Polini. We're all hoping you pull through, Pete. Keep digging, man.
Well done there, Curran. Congratulations on your 2nd place run, and we will go from there.
All right, thank you.
See you next week, bud. Curran Beckler, a 2nd place finish again tonight. Another top 3 straight weeks, as he has gotten himself a top 3 finish in the series. So I'm looking in Discord. I do not see Matt Zaccardo. Congratulations, Matt, if you can hear my voice. Nice job on your 3rd place win. third place win. You don't win third place, Chris. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, and I just did it to myself. Anyways, you didn't win anything finishing third. But anywho, nice job this evening, guys. Obviously, a few cautions, but that's to be expected in a series like this when you're on short tracks. So we go from there. All right. Tomorrow night, we will be on the air at 8:45 Eastern Time, getting you ready for a truck champion to be crowned in the Blown Piston Racing League. You can join us for the Misfit Media Truck Series race at Texas Motor Speedway tomorrow night at 8:45 Eastern Time. Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern Time, the Daytona 500 Captain Invitational. This will be the first year of the traditional 500. The only other time we've ever done a Captain Invitational 500 was the old New School 500 from a couple years back. But 8:30 we'll have that. And then Sunday night, back at Texas Motor Speedway for the JM Transport finale there, as we'll crown a class champion. So with that said, I'm off for the night. You guys enjoy your evening. Pete Polini, if you hear the sound of my voice, my man, keep your head up, keep fighting. We believe in you, believe in yourself, and never give up, my friend. You got this. So we go from there, and we send our best wishes to him. And always remember, this is not just a game. This is iRacing. See ya!
Be strong.